not including any new events, which we already have confirmed we're getting more events, with day one events, with day one content, you are going to be able to get 180 limited pulls, translating to about 28 to 29,000 jades month one. So some of this is going to be after Ichigo leaves, but most of this you could get during Ichigo's banner, but don't expect to get all of it, okay? Because a lot of things is going to take a while to get, but we're going to talk about every single way you're able to get jades, every single way you're able to get limited pulls, and that will translate to roughly 180 pulls. Now, when Toshiro comes out, there's going to be more events, probably another limited login. We might even get more free login rewards. But as of right now, there's 180 pulls already in game, and I mean limited pulls. But with time, that's probably going to turn to 200, 220 month one. So for a launch patch, I would say we're looking pretty good considering max pity is 120. You should be able to get one every 2 units, right? One every 2 units, you should be able to get them and their character. If you reroll for like early Ichigo, right? Then you're basically set. You're set. So let's talk about it. Now, in the gift, they gave 10 free limited pulls, which translates to 1,600 jades, and also 600 jades from the download rewards. Now, if we go to the event tab, there is going to be a lot of little mini things for you to do. So we're going to start from the bottom, go up. We got codes, which as of right now, if I remember correctly, it was 250 jades. I'm going to put all the codes down below, so feel free to actually put them in. And also, if you want, in the Discord, we constantly update for codes. So, join the Discord and we update for codes, we do leaks, etc. So, definitely do join. Afterwards, after the codes, which give 250, we got Trace of Anomalies, right? Which is going to give 400 total, okay? Then afterwards, there's Pieces of the Past, which is another 500. I haven't really done many of these, but they're not exactly too difficult. I'll get to them at some point. Then combat training, you could get 300 from the rewards here. And if we check a bit more in the rankings, bare minimum, which I still haven't done it, but cut me some slack. For top 99.9%, you get 20 jades. So, just a very, very small thing, but I just did want to mention that. And then afterwards, there's character trial, which gave 140 jades. So from the event tab, as of right now, you're getting 1,600 jades, so just 10 pulls. Now, keep in mind, from the events, we already know there's going to be more things. You could check how much you get here, by the way, but there's gonna be joint exercise, blind box. I think joint exercise is like a big event, like an actual main event, so expect maybe close to a multi or two from this. And then blind box, and then week 3 we got Forest Spirit Gift. Seems to me to be like a login, and then more things. So expect like 2 to 3 more multis from events this month. Now afterwards we got World Exploration, which you could check right here. Now I think they removed one of them, or it's going to be added later. But for right now we've got Treasure Hunt, which is going to give 580. So just follow where they want to go, and then do the chests, and then Snapshot, which is another 340. So this is going to give 920 jades or 5.75 pulls. Next up, make sure you do this dailies. Every day you're going to be able to get 60 jades. So 10, 20, 40, 60. So do this obviously for the XP also, but in total this is going to give you 11 pulls a month, 1,800 jades per month. So very important overall. Definitely make sure you end up doing it. Now, if you just want to see like where to get jades, you could obviously go here and it'll tell you what you could get, right? So there is that. Now, from the exchange shop, this might be a bit odd, and I'm going to include it because they guaranteed are giving us 300 tickets, right? They're giving us 300 standard tickets, and with 300 standard tickets, we could check something out. So we go down and you see here that so it says duplicate, but they mean just the normal character, because duplicates are here. So I think they just mean a normal character here. So if you get an SSR, you get 100 tickets. If you get an SR, you get 20, right? And with that, if we're getting 20 per, right? These are the advanced tickets. So with 20 per, if we're going to get 1 SR per multi, you have 300. So let's just assume you only get an SR, right? You have 30 multis and you get 20. So that's going to be 600. However, you're guaranteed a couple SSRs, right? So if you're going to reroll for Ichigo, that makes it to 700. And then if you're going to get, I think you should get 2 SSRs, 3, 4, you should get 5 more SSRs. So you're going to be somewhere around 1,200 to 1,500 of these advanced tickets, right? So let's say 1,200. Let's just say like 1,200. Well, with 1,200, you're going to be getting, oh, I did that wrong. My bad. With 1,200, you're going to be getting 24 limited tickets possible. So that's just counting the free standard pulls, but you're probably going to be looking closer to 30. I'm just lowballing it, so we're going to say an average of 25. And with that, alongside also the other exchange shop, which is going to give you, it seems monthly. I think it's monthly. I don't think we've ever been able to test, but for now I'm going to say it's monthly. So another 6 limited pulls, right? That's going to be a total of 31 limited pulls from this, okay? So it's looking pretty good, right? The fact those 300 pulls contribute to you getting the limited like gotcha tickets is really nice, right? It's nice. Do not get the dupes unless you're like some Giga Whale. Always go for the limited tickets for sure. Now, in achievements, I calculated this. I haven't recalculated it, but I calculated it last time. And it seems to be there's 210 achievements. And with that, between 10 and 20 jades. So we're going to average it to 12 jades. And if we average it to 12 jades, it's going to give you 2,520 jades. Obviously, you're not going to completely finish it, but it's not exactly going to be the hardest thing in the world, right? Like just do different levels, level everyone up. And then, you know, clear story, you're going to get a bunch of extra shit. And, you know, do different like challenges for battle. And it's going to be pretty easy to get the full amount. Maybe it's a bit lower than that. If you have a full exact amount, let me know, but should be about that. Now for story, expect 3,420 jades. So a total of 21 pulls from story. So yeah, obviously with this, oh, I was off actually. There was something I forgot to calculate in this. So basically you're going to get about 1,500 jades from the normal story, but probably a bit more. Now hard, you're going to be getting 1,280, and then extreme, you're going to be getting 640. So that's 3,420 jades. Now, there is also adventure, which you're going to unlock, I think level 30, 25 or 30. Now, from this, you could get kind of a lot, actually. Expect to be getting around 1,600. So the base amount, I think, is 1,300, but there's side quests that we can't really calculate yet. And in here, that's an extra 80. So actually, nah, you're probably getting closer to 2,000. So we're going to add 2,000 for adventure, which, you know, might seem a bit weird, but this first one is already giving like about 200-ish, and there's 8 chapters. Some chapters have even more. And in deploy, there is actually one of the deploys where you could get jades, but since it's not reoccurring, we're not really going to count this in the currency, but keep your eye out for that. Always make sure you're deploying. Now, in supplies, for the basic materials, you're going to be getting 840 jades for one-time rewards. So make sure you're doing this, right? Make sure you don't like just forget about it. Do your one-time rewards now that like for now, right? While like you don't really need that much mats because you have a good amount, do your one-time rewards. Then then the ascension materials seems to be another 1080. So keep all that in mind. This is going to give 12 pulls or 1920 jades. Now for trial, the realm of mutation is going to be giving 400 jades total. Kind of forgot if this gives, but if so, this is another 100, so 500, but I don't remember if it does. Now in challenge, the unknown adventure is giving 1180. So we got a bunch from here, right? So you can get, I think, 500 from this. Now, if we go to the gallery, you're going to be getting even more from here, or is this all the same? Actually, I don't know. No, it's all different. So it's all different. So each one of the squads gives you 80. So that's another 400 there. And then you get another 120 here. And then you're going to be getting, this is for collecting different like pieces, different items in the roguelike. So this is another 160, right? And I guess there's going to be a bit more. So yeah, definitely just be aware, like get different items, all that good stuff. That's going to give you 1180. Now, trial tower is where the juice is. So there's a pre-trial tower with 5 that are non-mono, which gives 300, right? Each one gives 60. However, the mono trial tower has 15 floors each, and each floor gives 60 jades. So with that, if we count each mono color having 15 floors, each one having 15 floors, what this means is you're going to be getting 3,900 jades from trial tower total. Now, co-op campaign is going to be 3 times a week, okay? We could confirm it here, right? So there are 3 rounds of boss challenge each week. So round 1 with 3 phases, round 2 with 3 phases, round 3 with 3 phases, okay? And due to that, you're going to be, if we're saying top 50%, you're going to be getting 1,080 jades monthly. Just do this 3 times if you're in top 50%, big W. Now, Frenzy Feast. The one-time rewards are over here. So these, I don't know if we're going to see all the bosses, but we probably will. Each one has 120 jades that you could get. Okay, so, you know, this is just one-time rewards. I'm just including it. But this one is the one most people are going to be able to get. So in a month, you're going to be able to get 1,800 jades from this because it's 450 a week. And this resets every single week. So from game modes alone, from the challenge game modes, Month 1, you're able to get 8,680, and that translates to 54 pulls, 54 limited pulls. Now, keep in mind, Trial Tower is set in a way that they could easily add floors when they want. They've already added 5 floors, I think, in the open beta in October. So just by adding 5 floors, you know what's crazy? That was an extra 1,200 Jades just like that. So definitely, we could expect more Trial Tower. We could expect more Unknown Adventure. And the good thing is, with Frenzy Feast, if we get more of the bosses, well, we're going to be able to get an extra 120 per, which is not a lot, but I'm just saying, like, it is a bit to expect. And yeah, like Frenzy Feast and Co-op Campaign could be kind of you're not really going to get that much more from them, even if they update it. But Trial Tower and an Unknown Adventure, you definitely can. Now, with training, just make sure, I think it's the basic guide. In total, you could get 420 Jades, so 2.6 pulls. And with all of that, right, you're going to be able to get, I said 28, but it's looking like it's going to be 30,000. So where did that, I said 28,000, 28.8. But remember, I said I forgot to calculate adventure. So it's going to be pretty much what you should be expecting is around 30,000 to 30,000 Jades, sorry, and 200 pulls, right? Pretty much 200 pulls, 30,000 Jades is what you should be expecting. If you get even a bit of luck, right, and get multiple SSRs, immediately you're basically going to be getting 200 pulls month 1. And this is month 1, day 1 events, right? This is what's available day 1, right? So I'm going to probably title this day 1, but you know, this is like day 1, what you could get in the first month, right? What's available day 1? But of course, Joint Exercise, Blind Box, Forest Spirit Gift, Toshiro, and Twist of Fate are going to be coming, right? But that's not happening right now. We still got 4 more days till the second week. So do everything, right? And you're going to be able to get enough for Ichigo with his weapon alongside Toshiro with just what we have available day 1. So if we get more free gifts, events give a lot, well, you're going to be able to probably get Ichigo, his weapon, Toshiro, and his weapon, and even more later. So, you know, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. Make sure you do all your standard pulls, get every way for the standard pulls, and that's going to directly translate into advanced tickets if you get SRs or SSRs. So that's going to be it. Let me know, how many pulls have you done? Did you re-roll, and are you basically safe for so many future banners now? I think people thought there's not a lot of currency, and that's fair because if you don't have Trial Tower unlocked, guys, this alone is 3,900, and then you got 2 game modes that give you monthly pulls, right? So it's like, of course, it's going to look like there's not a lot, and even Adventure gives about like 2,000-ish. So it's like, long term, in like the first month, you're going to be getting a good amount of stuff. So that's going to be it. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's a good amount of currency? Do you think we are not getting enough somehow? But I think we are. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.